Hello, people of the internet. Today, I have a little special video for all three of you that are watching. I got my hands on a old PowerBook G4 from I think 2003. This specific model is a 1.5 gigahertz G4 with 1.25 gigabytes of RAM and a GeForce Go 5200 plus something GPU with, I believe, 64 megabytes of RAM, VRAM. No, cool. This thing is very old, as I mentioned before, 2003, 2004. There's a funny little story about this system that it got very beat up during its lifetime, and I'll tell you why. Apart from regular wear and tear, it also, when I was little, a little baby running around as babies do, tripped on the cable that was plugged into the wall, brought this thing crashing to the ground, and it bent it up on many sides, as you can see here near the DVD drive. The DVD drive still works, and this hard drive isn't plinking yet, and the battery still works, although you can see that the battery is not fitting in the compartment all the way. And also the charging cable that came with it. This is the original charging cable. You can see it's kind of ghetto fixed because it kind of came apart, and the cable kind of frayed here. The metal around the edge here is bent a little bit, so this connector will not sit properly. So what I did here is I just ghetto repaired it, kind of. This rubber band was used to fix it before. I think it was my father bent it back or something while he was using it, and it would allow the charger to work. But instead, I just pushed it down and put some Scotch tape on it. So let's boot it up, shall we? It has the trademark little hinge that a lot of laptops had back in the day of 2005, 6, and 7. You can see here it's has been still through a lot of wear and tear. You see the keyboard is pretty worn. You could also see here that a couple of the screws on the side here, I don't know if this camera will focus or not. Here. This screw is supposed to be sunken in a little bit and stuck out. Another thing, the trackpad part here is coming up. That's the battery under there. And the adhesive or the screws that are in the battery compartment sheared off. Now it's coming up. Other than that, this is pretty nice condition. So yeah, let's boot it up. It still takes a very long time to boot up. This has a 50 gigabyte hard disk. Oh. Yeah, it's been doing that lately. Some reason it's been going into the SADMAC, which means that either the hard drive is corrupted or there's just no hard drive. You could see here that there's a lot of little white spots where the backlight was pressed in, such as here, up near the Apple logo and around. That happens is normal wear and tear, where if you press down on the back of if you press down on the back of the panel, the little dot will appear. And if it's held in that position for long periods of time, a little indentation will come up in the backlight. Let's take a look at the specifications. I believe this is running a form of OS X 10.4. Not exactly sure. Yep. got 4.11, 1.5 gigahertz PowerPC G4, 1.25 megabytes of RAM. You can see a GeForce FX Go 5200, basically a 5200, but like it's basically what they call the M versions of mobile versions of graphics cards today's AGP with 64 megs of video RAM. And this has a pretty good 720p display. As you can see, it has everything that you really need. 32-bit color. Quartz Extreme, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe someone else will know. This is running a PowerPC only version of OS X, which is, I think, Leopard or Puma. Not Leopard, Lion or Puma, that is, running on this machine. So for I/O, we have a modem, something you don't see every day. Regular Ethernet, I don't know if that's 10100 or gigabit. Probably not gigabit, but I don't know if it's just 10100. Firewire 400, I think. 2 USB, I think 1.1 ports, probably 1.1. A mini DVI port. Audio in. A headphone and Kensington lock slot. On the back there's nothing, some air vents. I think one of these may be speakers as well. And on the other side there's a DVD drive, or CD read writer. On the bottom there's the battery, and since it's plugged in I can take it out and maybe see what's wrong. I'll just use a coin. Trusty penny. There we go. This laptop, from what I can tell by the battery pack date, was produced in 2004. In here, I think you can get at the airport card. It looks like I don't think you can get to the Wi-Fi card from here. I mean, the hard drive from here. I think it's under this little compartment. Yep. Probably ESD shielding. Actually, no. This computer is still on. I'm not going to take the wireless card out while it's on. I'm going to put this battery back in. So I'm going to shut this machine down, and maybe we could take a little look on what's inside of it. So as you can see in here, after taking off this little compartment cover here, you can see the RAM module, which is, I think this has 0.25 megs built in. Yeah, it has 0.25 megas built in. Then this is the expansion module. So I grounded myself here. Just gonna push this back in. I think the soda latching mechanism may have either broken when this was dropped, or it is only held in with this plate, which I don't really understand because it would short it, although there is a little bit of, the label may act as some sort of insulation. Yeah, I think so, because it came up when I pulled it out. So I think what we have to do, maybe that's why it was coming up on its own, and not just sinking flat. I think that may be the ejection mechanism. So I'm going to put this plate back on and we can continue our tour. And in here, as you can see on the label, on the back of the battery pack, the airport card is right under this mechanism. I didn't take it out when the system was powered on because I'm afraid that it was going to screw something up, but you can take out the airport card here. So it says, the instructions say to remove the antenna connector, which is for some reason extremely hard to do. Unless this is an ejection mechanism somehow. Sorry, my hand is in the way here, but very small components. You know, I'm not going to risk damaging that. I'm going to put the battery pack back in. If I can get it in correctly, which is, I think, this way down, or this way first, and you push it back into place. No, I think I just broke something. Oh, there we go. That battery looks like it is charging. Yes. Or ready to go once again. For the next episode, we are going to be installing Linux onto this machine. Something I've not done on a PowerPC machine before. I had a PowerPC machine for a G5, but I needed to give that machine away, and I didn't get the chance to put a alternate operating system onto it. So, for choices, we have actually very limited choices because Ubuntu is beginning to drop PowerPC support. So we have Ubuntu Mate 16.04, Lubuntu 14.04. For some reason they don't have a 16.04. I think that's it. That's all PowerPC boot disks I have right now. I'll get some more later for the next episode.